So the first individual that we'll bring to the podium for County Commission Seat 3, Jolene Lucier.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Jolene Lucier, and I'd like to thank you for having us here tonight. And I'd like to thank everybody out there for coming out to get involved in politics. It's so wonderful that you're here. I'm running for the Calhoun County Commission for District 3. I've lived in Battle Creek for most of my life. I moved here when I was 13, graduated from Lakeview High School. I went on to graduate from the Holloway Real Estate Institute. I sold real estate for 19 years in Calhoun County. I currently own and operate Jolene's Salon and Day Spa in Battle Creek on Territorial Road. I'm an old home renovator, so if I look familiar, it's because I spend a lot of time over here in Marshall going through your fabulous antique stores and shops. I raised 4 children in Battle Creek, 3 that graduated from Lakeview and 1 from Penfield. I'm known for having very good negotiation skills, which I think are really important in this job. I think it's important to be a good team player and get along with everybody, and you have to think outside of the box a lot. And I think being in real estate for 19 years really taught me how to do that, and I think that it's something that I bring to you in this job. I truly believe that I'm a well-seasoned candidate for both the working class and management as well, and I ask that you support me in running for Calhoun County District 3. Thank you.
For Commission District 4, Steve Frisbee.
Good evening. I'm Steve Frisbee and my wife Lorene. I have 4 children, Megan, Lindsay, Jared, and Daniel, and I'm a Penfield resident. I'm the Director of Operations at Life Care Ambulance, and I have been for over 32 years, and I remain a paramedic, and I function as one occasionally. I was a member of Penfield Fire Department from 1984 to 1999, and an adjunct instructor at KCC in the EMS division from 1989 to 2012. I'm also a member of the Penfield Exchange Club, the Penfield Schools Education Foundation, and the Community Action Board of Directors, and a former youth football, basketball, and baseball coach. I'm seeking my 4th term after being elected in 2010 to represent the 4th District, which includes Bedford, Penfield, and Compass Townships. Some of the accomplishments of the team, and I, like Jolene, believe it's a team approach. Fiscal management. I've been on the budget committee every year since being elected, and we've increased our bond rating from AA- to AA, which has saved taxpayers thousands of dollars. We've added to the general fund each year that I've been a commissioner. One of the largest concerns we've had is unfunded pension liabilities. Last year we reported them at 64%. With a concerted effort, which includes working with unions, we've raised that to 70% funded. And we will continue to go after that hard. One of the biggest accomplishments we've also been able to do in the last several years, and at the end of 2012, was the elimination of the Road Commission. I was part of the Road Commission task force, and we provided due diligence for the county to make sure that we were going to do the right thing. We did vote to eliminate them. They were broke. They were probably about a half step away from a financial manager from the state. With no new revenue, $15 million worth of projects have gone on in Bedford and Penfield, which includes the county's share, and another almost $1 million in the last 3 years in Compass Township in local road improvements. Calhoun County, therefore, can say that we're one of the few counties in the state of Michigan with our roads actually improving. And I'd like to continue with that. We anticipate much more revenue in the road department through the increase of Act 51, the fuel tax, and the other revenue. The Regional Law Enforcement Center is the only one of its kind in the state. And Care Here, which is a collaboration between the county, the city of Battle Creek, and Toyota Tusho, which lowered our healthcare cost. I'd like to seek more collaborative efforts between all levels of government. We often recreate the wheel at every level. We have some excellent opportunities at the county to provide small townships who struggle with employment law and other issues. And I'd like to see more collaboration. I hope to get your vote on November 8th. Thank you.
For County Commission Seat 5, Derek King.
Thank you. I'm Derek King. I am District 5 County Commissioner. I'm also board chairman that I was honored to be elected by fellow commissioners, so I appreciate that. I'm honored to serve as your chairman. And Steve did not mention he is the vice chairman, so he is definitely in the trenches. Is my wife here? No. Okay, I've been married for 8, happily for 4, 5. I have 5 kids. If I look tired, they're 7, 5, 3, and I have twins that are a year and a half. So anyway, I'm passionate about county government. I've been a township trustee. Some of the things that Steve have said that are the reasons why I ran in the beginning were roads, were wasteful spending. What I found out when I was running is there wasn't a lot of that. And sometimes when you run, you think that you can do better. We have done better in a lot of ways, and there's a lot more to improve. I have a pleasure of serving with all the elected officials, not just the county commission candidates, but the other countywide elected officials that hold their seats now. I would like another term. I'm not done helping make changes towards a better county, continuing to strive towards not just the second best bond rating in the state of Michigan of all counties, but to be tied with the first best with a AA+ bond rating. Don't forget, November 8th to vote. Derek King for County Commission District 5. Thank you.
For District 6 Commissioner, Teresa Cheney Huggett.
Good evening. I'm Teresa. One of my friends today told me that I didn't need to go by my last name because Teresa was enough. So it's kind of like Madonna, she said. So I'm the Democratic candidate for Calhoun County's Board of Commissioners, 6th District. I'm endorsed by 2 unions, the BCTGM, Local 3G, and the Michigan United Auto Workers. I graduated from Michigan State University, James Madison College, where I studied international relations and Chinese. I hold a master's degree in business administration from Western Michigan University's Hayward College of Business. I have 2 adult children who are Marshall High School graduates and an extended family living in Calhoun County. You may recognize me from my years of work around the town as a travel consultant, then as a marketing and public relations representative for Oaklawn Hospital, and most recently as the office and sales manager for the Advisor and Chronicle. I think I've probably volunteered for just about anything and everything you can volunteer for in Marshall over the last 30+ years. The one that I'm most proud of, however, is coordinating Marshall's annual Jam for the Cure, which benefits Relay for Life, Calhoun County East, and I've done that for the last 9 years. I sit on the city's Parks, Recreation, and Cemetery Board, and I'm a trustee on Marshall's District Library Board. I sit on other various community boards or committees, and I'm as well as serving as an ambassador for MAEDA and as a board member and past president for the Exchange Club of Marshall. My primary interest in serving Calhoun County is to help people. I'm interested in road safety, in road improvement, and the development of a comprehensive preventative maintenance program for roads. I'm interested in business development with a renewed focus on retaining existing business and attracting a range of new businesses, both large and small. When we get that done, increased employment opportunities will follow. I'm also interested in addressing the needs of Calhoun County senior citizens and veterans, helping eliminate the maze of red tape for services and programs. If there are other directions we need to take, let me know about them. I'll listen. I promise that I'll take your thoughts and comments back to my fellow commissioners. I want all the residents of District 6 to know their opinions and concerns are heard. I invite you to vote for Cheney Huggett on November 8th.
Commissioner District 6, Vic Potter.
Good evening. I'm Vic Potter. Most of you probably know me. If you don't, you know my wife, Velvet. If they don't know me, I always throw her name out. What is the Calhoun County Commission's job? What do? We run a business. The business is a $65 million business overall with a $40 million general fund. So that's the number one thing the County Commission does. In my experiences from working in manufacturing, I've worked in management and manufacturing. I own my own business for 28 years. I've been a Township Planning Commission chairman for Marshall Township. I've been the chamber chairman. I've been on the school board for 14 years, serving 6 years as the president, with a lot of things that got accomplished. One being the Albion. In 2013, we would have had $1 million deficit in Marshall, but by doing the Albion-Marshall get-together, Albion was saved, the high school part, and Marshall was saved. We had no deficit. So we have to work together and find other solutions. When I was chairman of the chamber, the FDA, the DDA, and the chamber got together, and we made one thing called, as Richard said, called MAEDA. That saved having 3 different leaders, and you have one now. And we got all in the same building instead of going downtown for one spot and another spot, another spot. So now it's user-friendly. That's business. So in the county commission, my priority is the roads, but it's also running the business. We have a sheriff department we have to fund. We have the clerk's office we have to fund. We have the treasurer's office. We have to fund all that stuff. So we have to pay attention to dollars we have and spend them wisely. I'm not going to drag on this too long, but my grandfather said to me back in 1970s, I remember it when I graduated from high school. He says, I asked him why he's voting for a certain person. He said, what you have to look at is how that person succeeded in life, in his personal finances and his business finances. And I said, why is that? He said, because he's handling your $65 million. So I ask you to vote for me for the District 6 County Commission. Thank you.
For County Commissioner District 7, Joyce Spicer.
My name is Joyce Spicer, and I thank the organizations for this opportunity that provided this. Most people realize that the role of the commissioners is to pass laws by setting policies that impact all county residents. The county being broken up into districts provides a distinct difference for many of its residents. We may use a different name, such as ordinances. However, it remains the same. Ordinances are laws, impact residents, and I realize there are many limitations. In my opinion, boards of commissioners act as lawmakers when they pass resolutions, that is the format for county government. And in most cases, while they don't deal directly with the residents, their actions directly reflect on our residents. I believe the job of a commissioner is to consider the constituency when voting on measures that will affect their livelihood. County departments should work together to provide the best outcome for all of Calhoun County. That being said, I believe that District 7 needs to change. It needs change that people can trust, that works to keep people in their homes versus foreclosure. There have been many steps by the county that helps in this matter, yet more needs to be done. If you're going to take on the challenge of representing the people, then make every effort to do just that, represent the people. I would like to explore options to attract businesses, prepare workers, fix our roads, and aid our seniors and our youth. If we don't secure a better future for our seniors and middle class, who are assessed high taxes for little benefit, we will see further deterioration and more vacant and unsightly homes as people tend to walk away. They deserve better, and working together, we can deliver better services, in my humble opinion. We need to listen, hear, and act on all those causes that affect our constituency, where we are legally allowed, working on capital improvements, county services, and also transparency. People need to believe that they can trust us, that what you say is true. And a lot of times when we look in the back room, we find that people really don't trust us. And in most cases, they have good reasons for not trusting us. I believe that I have the experience, integrity, and passion to devote to this job, so I would appreciate your support. Thank you.
Commissioner District 7, Gary Tompkins.
Good evening. My name is Gary Tompkins, and I'm the Republican candidate for County Commissioner of the 7th District, which includes the townships of Lee, Clarence, Sheridan, Albion, Homer, Clarendon, and the city of Albion. I want to take a moment to thank MAEDA certainly for hosting this evening and allowing me to participate in this event. A little bit about who I am. I'm a 6th-generation 7th District resident. My family settled in Albion in 1860, and we've been on the east side of the county ever since. For the last 30 years, I have total 30 years of combined experience in cost and finance, both in the public and private sector. For the last 16 years, I've served faithfully on the Homer Community Schools Board of Education, with the last 13 as its president. And during that time, we have doubled our fund balance and maintained it in the last 8 years. We passed an $18 million bond building project that came in on time and under budget. And I've negotiated 5 contracts with the teacher union that provided a fair and equitable compensation while maintaining the integrity, certainly, of our budget, which is very important. I'm also a 2016 fellow with the Michigan Political Leadership Program at Michigan State University, one of only 6 programs of its kind in the country, and I'm very honored and privileged to be part of that program. And then finally, I'm a member of the VFW Auxiliary in support of veterans. Well, folks, we're just 42 days away from the election, and a time in which the residents of the 7th District will be determining who they feel will best represent them moving forward. And with that being said, there's a clear choice to be made. One is between my opponent and myself, someone who's strong, who's principled, who's effective, somebody who will ensure that the 7th District residents are heard and have a voice, will ensure effective communication with local units of government and with the residents of the 7th District to ensure that they feel connected at the county level, will ensure accountability and transparency where people are accountable for their actions, and all aspects of government are open to the residents. And then the fourth one, the most important one, is the 7th District residents their priorities are the focus. You know, over the past 4 months, as I've knocked on over 1,200 doors in the 7th District, going up and down the east side of the county, and over the last year, I've attended city council meetings, village council meetings, township meetings, so that I could truly understand what the concerns and challenges of the 7th District residents really have. You know, and one thing is very abundantly clear. This election isn't about me. Certainly, my name may be on the ballot, but this election is about the residents of the 7th District. It's about their homes, their communities, and their priorities. So with that being said, if the residents of the 7th District are looking for someone who has a proven track of leadership, real action, and real results, I would certainly appreciate your support and your vote November 8th, because together we can create a new vision and direction for the 7th District. And that vision includes everyone in the 7th District, no matter where you live, because 7th District residents, you are important and you deserve to have strong representation. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes this section. Please join me in a round of applause for our candidates for commission.